Hello everybody, and welcome back. Alright, well, since we've done all we can here, let's go ahead and head into this building here, which will have the colonists that were attacked by the demon. Okay, so very Spartan. Let's go ahead and first take a look around.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor. A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight. A sturdy man of advanced years whose blue eyes meet yours with clarity, curiosity, and directness. Spock waits for your command, patient as ever. James Kirk takes time to rest and ponder the remainder of the mission. McCoy looks anxiously about the room. A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you.
You'll understand if I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
The Tellarite appears completely at home surrounded by humans, but the wrinkling on his brow indicates a great deal of worry. Ensign Everts cannot take his eyes off the sight of Mount Idle.
Oh, there's something I forgot to do back there. Oh, and he's gone. Hang on. Oh, I didn't even save it after I was done here. Well, I'm going to take care of that now.
Save new game.
Yeah, if you scanned the High Prelate, he will mention on how he is old but elevated blood pressure, but otherwise it's alright.
Jim, I'm not picking up any unusual life here, just native life forms and the settlers. The colonists are all human, except for the one Tellarite. If there are demons here, they don't register on my quarter.
Okay, I'm sorry about missing out on the High Prelate there. But I could go ahead and talk to these people here.
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Let's get everybody.
The man is suffering moderately from the effects of his age, but seems healthy, alert, and in fine spirits. The man seems worried and stressed, but all body functions appear within normal limits. The alien's life sign seems stress elevated. Otherwise, he appears fundamentally healthy.
You can also scan the crew.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship.
Maybe that's in the next game. Or maybe I have to do somewhere else. Okay, well, anyway, let's have Spock scan around the room.
Nothing to report, Captain. I detect various pieces of mining equipment, but nothing of note. Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright, let's talk to everybody.
Time is of the essence. You must hurry and retrieve the berry.
That's right, he doesn't talk to you until you get the berry.
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the Acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
My Uncle John lived with the Acolytes a long time ago. He died in their service helping plague victims on New Ontario 6 20 years ago.
The Acolytes did a lot of good work for the needy in this quadrant.
It will be good to help them for a change.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
As far as I know, he cannot die.
He is too busy consoling the...
Okay, let's see.
This man is in no condition to talk. He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
Okay, it's not until you cure him that they will talk with me. So before... So... we'll probably head up the roof path there and get ourselves some berries. And also here is where that one guy who says you can synthesize the berry, he lives in this area right here, and I never noticed this before. I think these are mirrors. A one-sided mirror. You can see out but not in. Huh. Never paid much attention to that. Anyway, and here, the guy who said I could synthesize the berries, Brother Steven, I think it was, this is his area right here. I wonder if it says it really
A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies.
But let me see if the scanning that I was going to do works here.
There's nothing there required.
No. Let's see if I can use bones on Spock. No, it doesn't work. It just brings up Spock. Alright, let's go ahead and head up path. Okay, now this is where my brother and I was roadblocked for the longest time. We just didn't know how to bring out the phaser. It wasn't until we go up here we find this. And I'm gonna go ahead and start firing.
You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
Last I know of, that doesn't happen with normal Klingons. Also, if you wait a little too long, the ensign will get stunned. And then McCoy would be hit, then Spock, and then Kirk. But this first one, you have a long delay before they start firing at anybody. But if either McCoy or Spock gets not killed, or Kirk, game over. Red shirt, who cares about the red shirt?
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
Now, if he does get hit, it's just a stun. He doesn't die here. Alright, so let's see here. Let's need to do is look around first.
Mount Idle rises above you.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
I don't know how the unknown energy beam was registered since they never fired, but yeah, we'll continue on with this.
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
Klingons are the only ones with disruptors, so do Romulans. And the Breen, but I don't think the Breen has been discovered yet by the Federation at this point.
No, just an idea. Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
Okay, let's see here.
A Gindorian fern. These Branzite pods add a nice touch to the local flora. These are very beautiful Doctus cattails. A large patch of Kytelian tulips. They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons. It's the Klingons' detached hand.
Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us.
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
We were caught flat-footed there. I don't want any more surprises to catch us off guard.
Criticize this phaser drone. Let's just cancel that out.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days. The mountain may be quite dangerous.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West?
That's McCoy for you.
That is not logical, Doctor.
And talk about a weird expression to be using at this century.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded Vulcan. Why does everything have to be so damn logical?
That's also another thing what I like about this game is Spock's and McCoy's banter with each other.
A small stream flows down toward the forest. Mount Idle rising. Mount Idle rising. Mount Idle rising.
Can't see the moss. Maybe I have to be closer. Alright. So here, let's go ahead and scan the region.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report.
Okay, well, we'll scan the Klingon.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. There is something different about this particular construct. Come here, Captain. Look at the hand. It seems to have been separated from the body. There's a wiring circuit in the middle of the palm.
So let's see if McCoy says anything.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
Alright, well, let's get our first inventory item.
You take the Klingon's detached hand. This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Alright, and I think I can use the science tricorder on the hand. No. See, that's one thing about this game is they don't tell you that you can't combine two objects together. It just brings up the object. So there's a few little things, but other than that, it's pretty much a bug-free game. It's nice.
Gindorian ferns are regarded as an intergalactic weed, Captain.
And these are things that I don't need to do, but hey, they recorded dialogue for it, so I'm gonna give them their due.
The Branzite pod is similar to Terran milkweed, except that the silk pods are in bright iridescent colors. Doctus cattails are similar to their Terran namesake, except that they are known to cause hives if in contact with flesh for any amount of time. Italian tulips are a perennial flower that survive in almost any climate. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Doesn't say anything about the stream. Alright, let's go a little bit further up. There's the mine shaft.
Mine entrance. Feeble lights illuminate the mine tunnel. Facadian moss grows on the cave wall. A Gindorian fern. Various types of berries grow amongst the bushes. Various types of berries.
Okay. Let's talk.
The answer to this mystery lies ahead of us, gentlemen.
Whoever was trying to stop us may not stop with those Klingons, Captain. I recommend extreme caution.
The thought had occurred to me, Mr. Spock, but thank you for mentioning it.
I'm sorry I let you down with those Klingons back there. I should have been paying more attention.
Just don't make that mistake again, Ensign.
Those Klingons give me the willies. They always have. My sister was wounded by them in the Chozon ambush.
We've all had our share of conflict with the Klingons, Ensign. The Organians told me that one day, humans and Klingons will become good friends. I wonder if I'll ever live to see that day.
Ah.
Does your tricorder say the cave is warmer, Spock?
It is not logical for me to use my tricorder to determine the cave's temperature, Doctor. I do not see what purpose it would serve.
Spock, everybody talks about the weather.
Let's take a look at all of them. See if we can-
James T. Kirk, always wondering what the next surprise will be. Leonard McCoy, hoping that the cave will be warmer than outside. Spock, perhaps the most brilliant mind in Starfleet, pondering a most peculiar mystery. Ensign Everts keeping a sharp eye out for anything dangerous. Facadian moss grows on the cave wall.
Oh yeah, I already looked at that. Let's go ahead and scan some stuff.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Seriously?
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay.
The Facadine moss extracts nourishment from hafnium, Captain. These seem to be Loraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more.
Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly.
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
Okay. Let's take a look at those.
A juicy-looking berry taken near the cave.
Those look... They do look pretty good.
The mine entrance goes deep into Mount Idle.
Okay, I don't think I can scan the lights. Let me see if...
Nothing to report, Captain.
This area, I forgot to take a look at them, so let's take a look at them now.
Ensign Everts seems to be rattled by the attack of the Klingons. Your Vulcan science officer seems to be lost in thought, but remains alert. James Kirk filled with a premonition of more dangers yet to come. Dr. McCoy is still hoping the cold winds that whip around Mount Idle will soon die down.
Alright, let's go ahead and head back to Brother Stephen and show him the berries.
Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly.
And his lab is just right over here.
Assorted pieces of glass rest on this table, from ancient beakers to double burners. An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running.
An old-fashioned computer, and supposed to be 21st century type computer, but I don't think we have CTD monitors anymore.
A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand. A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner.
Let's scan everything.
Residue of several different compounds are in the tubes. None of the compounds would explain the sightings. A vintage 801286 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece. Nothing to report, Captain. I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. It is an RDAC 4 molecular synthesizer, a museum piece in perfect working order.
Let's talk to everybody.
I wonder if any of this stuff might be useful.
A little hint to you.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
Well, what happens next?
This place looks real comfortable. A place to combine work and contemplation. Man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things and for the use of beautiful things. I think we could get along fine.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight. Ensign Everts finds himself fascinated by the acolytes and their planet. Brother Stephen watches patiently as you examine his study. Captain Kirk wonders what is going to happen on this mission. Dr. McCoy is glad that he is in a warm, heated room. Mr. Spock finds the scientific equipment in this room to be rather primitive.
I mean, I live in Colorado and I can handle the cold, but I hate the cold. I love it when it's warm. 80s or higher, I'm happy.
The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
Okay. Koi does the honor.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Okay. Secures infection. Take a look at the thing.
A flask of hypoditoxin processed from the berries of this planet.
Let's go ahead and use it on him.
Thank you. You're most kind.
Okay, well now since he is cured, let's just give him a quick scan over again.
This man has recently suffered a nasty but non-life-threatening wound. The damage has been adequately cared for. The man's vital effects are attributable to shock and stress.
Okay, well, I'm going to cut off the video at this point, and we will carry on later on, and we'll talk to the colonists and try to unravel the mystery of these demons. See you all in the next video.